Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is John McTavish. How you doing, John?
Doing well, man. Thanks for having me on, as always, for our Monday recap sessions.
That's right. So today we are talking about the CAO Session Garage. Cigar is Robusto Extra, 5 1/4 by 54. Comes out of the General Cigar Dominicana factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Connecticut Broadleaf, binders from the DR, fillers from Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. It is blended by Rick Rodriguez. Price point is $8.59, and the cigar was released in July of 2019. So with all that out of the way, John, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
It's pretty average, pretty average. I mean, I didn't really look up that it was a broadleaf until after the fact, but I think you look at the cigar, it's pretty clearly a broadleaf wrapper. I mean, you can tell just looking at it how dark and kind of dank it is. Unfortunately, the flavor profile just wasn't all that exciting for me. A lot of sweet leather, cedar, a lot of sort of I don't know how to describe, like cow leather kind of flavor. So it's got that lingering leather flavor. So really heavy in the palate. It backed off a little bit in the middle and let some of the cedar to come through, but the cedar brought some dryness with it. There was a little creaminess. It added some interesting notes, but again, nothing that really took it above average for me. And then the last third, really just earth and leather. So, those are all components of broadleaf, but I've had some really good broadleaf cigars, and I kind of commented that one of the cigars they make that I particularly enjoy is the Flathead series, which also uses broadleaf, and so that's kind of the natural comparison I made, and just kind of little disappointed. Construction and draw were excellent, so that helped out the score for sure. What was your overall experience like?
For me, the cigar started out with like a dark wood, light mustiness, and faint sweetness combination. A little bit of kind of chalkiness joined in pretty quickly. Mustiness dropped out before the first third wrapped up. Second third saw the mustiness return. Sweetness kind of left the profile at that point, and then the final third had some char join in and leave, and then chalkiness left as well. It also had like a kind of a nice barbecue smokiness on the retrohale, which was interesting, kind of a profile there. Construction was great. Strength was slightly low medium most of the way, which I found interesting with a broadleaf wrap cigar. Typically, they're
Mm-hmm.
fuller in strength. But it started with a nice profile, pretty low strength. Second, third saw a little bit of a drop of enjoyment for me, and that kind of held through to the end. I thought the retrohale was a nice bright spot for the cigar. Had that smokiness going on. So that was kind of nice. I've smoked this cigar, I'd say probably 4 times. Once around the release of the show, again, we had at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, and back then I was not like I didn't make too much of it. But this, when I smoked it now, at least it had a little bit of a thing kind of going on. So I thought it had like improved with a little bit of time on it. So that was nice to see. But I mean, I would actually recommend people try it just because of the kind of the interesting combination of flavors and the interesting combination of the broadleaf wrapper with lower strength, because most of the time broadleaf has kind of a medium strength level or above, and this doesn't, at least for me, it didn't have that. So
That's a good point.
price point's not too high. It's below $9, so it's not a tough thing to just
Hey
try out.
man, real broadleaf is expensive. If
Yep,
you want to get
yep.
into real broadleaf, you got to pay the piper.
Yeah, so I mean, I think there'll be some appeal to this. So I think people can give it a shot. Getting into the scores, start at the top with me at 6 even, and then you give it a
Ooh.
5.75. So my 6 matched up well because slightly above average flavor profile, really good construction, just a little bit of waviness in the burn, but other than that, everything else was perfect. How'd your 5.75 match up for you?
I mean, that's textbook. You got perfect draw, perfect construction, and exactly average profile for me. But I think your comments are right. I think it's a good, I guess not to discount the scar, but call it like broadleaf training wheels.
Hmm.
Good way to kind of get into broadleaf, because you're right. I think the floor for most broadleaf strength is medium for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. But also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.